Speaker number 4, Muhammad Al-Isa. Discover the power of ignorance. Discover the power of ignorance, Muhammad Al-Isa.
Mr. Congress Chair, ladies and gentlemen, who read my book, 100 Tips to Unleash the Power of Your Ignorance? Raise your hand. Abdul Razak, how come you read it and I haven't written the book yet? Today, I will share with you 7 of those tips. With those tips, you can answer questions that you don't understand, talk about any subject that you are totally ignorant about, and even introduce people whom you don't know. Are you ready for the 7 tips?
Yes.
Tip number 1, prepare your pen to write down my next 6 tips. Tip number 2, make sure your handwriting is legible so that you can read and benefit from the next 5 tips. Tip number 3, pray for me so that I don't forget the remaining 4 tips. Tip number 4, use this technique when they ask you to introduce people whom you don't know. It's called, what can I say, technique. Let's say they ask me to introduce Abdul Razak al-Turki, and the only thing I know about him is his name. This is how I would introduce him. What can I say about Abdul Razak al-Turki? Shall I speak about the human side of him? Or his dedication? Believe me when I try to recall all the humane things he did, Tip number 6. It's called it depends technique. My manager once asked me, Mohammed, how long will it take you to finish that project? I said it depends. And how many engineers will work with me? He said, I will give you 5 engineers. How long will it take you to finish the project? I said, it depends on how competent they are. He said, they are all competent. How long will it take you? I said, it depends on how serious it is. Then he became very angry. He called the employment office and said, listen, I have a very useless engineer. I want to replace him. How soon can I get a replacement? The guy said, it depends. Then my manager discovered that this is a very common technique. The 7th technique is called why not technique. In one meeting, my manager made one proposal. And I made another suggestion, and I told them that my suggestion is better than my manager's. Then my manager looked at me and said, why do you think that your proposal is better than mine? I simply said, why not? And he was totally speechless. But next year, I was not great at this. So if you follow your emotions, forget about your emotions. Speaking of promotion, I applied all those beautiful techniques for 1 year. But at the end of the year, I was very disappointed because they cancelled my promotion. To my surprise, I entered my manager's office and said,